Constantino. Pound for pound.
Here we are with one of the best comedians in the motherfucking game, Jamar Neighbors, who's a huge boxing fan.
Yep.
Jamar, I want to break down a huge fight, November 6th, Canelo versus Caleb Plant. What's your thoughts on the fight?
I think that it's hard to bet against Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because he is who he is and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't like people sleeping on Caleb Plant. Like, I don't think people are giving him enough credit for his abilities. I think that he has all the things that can give, it gives Canelo problems. And, Canelo can say, oh, I've grown from the Lara fight, or I've grown from the Mayweather fight, and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't know, because in that Billy Joe Saunders fight, the parts where Canelo was vulnerable were the parts that were the reason that made the Lara fight so close, made the Mayweather fight so close, and that was giving him angles and giving him footwork and hitting him at angles and all that shit. And so I think Caleb possesses those abilities, but he's a little bit more disciplined than Billy Joe Saunders. And so and I think that he's stronger. I think he's stronger than what the fuck people think he is. The thing about Caleb is that he has to be the best Caleb that, better than the Uskadagi Caleb. That's the best Caleb that I ever seen, And I was thinking, like, man, maybe Caleb is one of these people who just rises to the level of his opponents, because Caleb Truex, he barely beat him, but we know that he's levels above him, right?
To be fair, I think he got an injured hand in that fight. He injured his hand in that
Caleb?
fight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then there's that.
Yeah.
And I think that his combination punching is very underrated, and he's quick as fuck, but I don't know. How's he going to keep Canelo off of him for 12 rounds? Can he do it? I don't know. And he tires out like around the 11th and 12th. Can't do that against Canelo. But Canelo, what I noticed in him is, like, he don't pick it up until about he try to break you down with big shots and then pick it up around the 8th round, because he's preserving his energy and stuff, because he knows that I still think that he has stamina issues, me, myself, personally. That's why he's such a slow starter. They say, oh, he's calculating. I'm like, he's preserving his energy. The best thing for Caleb to do, I believe, is to hurt him early. And, I don't know how easy it is to hurt Canelo or whatever, but I'm about to, like, go for the vulnerable spots, go for the eyes, go for the soft nose, go for the, go for the neck if you like on some motherfucking. I'm sorry, also on some Danny Garcia, Amir Khan shit. Like, go for the soft spots if you're gonna do it. I don't know, but I think 60-40 Canelo.
How hyped are you for the fight?
For that fight?
Yeah.
I'm hyped as fuck. I mean, because I'm here for Canelo going undisputed. I'm absolutely here for Canelo going undisputed. But Caleb is such a cool, like, I like Caleb personality and like what he stands for and shit or whatever. So I mean, it would be cool to see him win it for his daughter and his dad. Much respect and all that stuff. So it would be cool, to see that happen.
What's your thoughts on the mind games that are going on? Obviously, the press conference got heated. They pushed each other. They started swinging on each other. What do you take from that fiasco?
I mean, I think that, mind games and all that shit. I think that Canelo's just being a diva, a little bit of a diva and all that shit. Like, somebody said it best. It was something like he's just expecting Caleb to be honored just to even be in the ring with him. And Caleb, and I feel like that messes with his ego, that Caleb is like, man, I'm here to fight you. I ain't here for the money. I ain't here for none of that. I'm here to fight you. And I know that Canelo senses that. And so, I think that that's where it, all kind of like manifested from and stuff like that. And, you're a motherfucker. You're a motherfucker. Like, Canelo know good and hell well that motherfucker don't mean you're trying to fuck your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been speaking English long enough. Like, you know what that means, because somebody said that he called Andretti a motherfucker. So you know what it means. And it don't mean that, you're trying to smash your mom. So and so I actually admire Caleb for actually slapping him back and shit like that. I mean, Canelo did come back with that 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and pretty quick as fuck. So that shit scared me, because then that made me feel real sad. I was up there like, for Caleb, I was up like, damn. I was like I don't know, but
at last, what's your prediction for the fight? Before we switch topics to another.
For the Caleb fight? Or for the Caleb Canelo?
Yeah.
Like I said 60-40 Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But don't count Caleb out. Caleb is a brilliant boxer and shit. I think that he's probably, you know, he's real technical and shit, but I think he's a brilliant boxer. So I think that he does have a chance, more of a chance than people are giving him.
Real quick, before we touch on another topic, plug your boxing podcast.
So we got a boxing podcast. It's called Cutting Weight Podcast, and that's with me and former Doghouse legend. Now he's a fucking comedian, Malik or Malik B, we call him. And we've had guests like Rayo Valenzuela on it, Sean Porter, Dennis Mama's Boy, Douglin, and some other cool boxers. And we would love to get some more cool boxers on there, you know. And yeah,
for sure, it's growing. It's a good boxing podcast, and obviously you guys are huge boxing fans. If I'm not
man, we try to keep it funny, man, and shit too, man. And it's a growing podcast, and we love boxing. I mean, yeah, we talk that shit all day, every week. Yep.
Jamar, I know your favorite fight is Amir Khan Maidana, but who is your favorite fighter actively right now?
Actively right now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of them, man. I mean, I like them all for different reasons. I can give you five.
Give me five.
Give me top five. Tank. I like Jermell Charlo, the 154 guy.
He's a beast.
Yeah. I like him. I like Canelo. This guy is so underrated. Nobody really talks about him. I know Malik gets mad when I mention him. Is Primetime Chris Colbert.
He's bad, dude.
That motherfucker is nice, bro. Like, maybe it's the flash and the hair, but that nigga is nice. And I like Shakur. I think Shakur is brilliant.
He's great.
Yeah, Shakur is fucking brilliant, man. So honorable mention, I think Tyson Fury's a bad motherfucker, man.
He got hands, man.
Yeah. Deontay got the equalizer, but Tyson Fury's a bad motherfucker.
All right, Jamar Neighbors, anything? Plug your podcast before we...
Again, man, it's called Cutting Weight Podcast, and that's with me and Malik B.
Every what?
Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we record it, and I'm also going to be in New York. I'm a regular at the Comedy Store. I'm there every single week, and I'm up in here every single day working on my abs, you know, trying to get right. Thank you, Constantina.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah.